Did you know that according to the National Institute on Aging in the United States, more than 70% of men over the age of 60 experience persistent fatigue, reduced vitality, frequent nighttime urination, and a quiet sense of having lost a part of themselves. Perhaps you have also gone through mornings where your hands feel cold, your chest feels heavy, or restless nights because you have to wake up in the middle of the night, yet most of us choose to stay silent, accepting these things as a normal part of aging. But does it really have to be that way? Today, I would like to share with you a very simple tip that has helped many people regain strength and confidence in daily life. With just 2 familiar ingredients, pure olive oil and cloves used in the right way before bedtime, you can naturally support hormone function, promote blood circulation, soothe the prostate, and improve sleep quality from within. If you are over 60, I encourage you to watch this entire video. It may change the way you care for yourself each day. Please leave a comment below with your country and age. And do not forget to subscribe to receive more health tips for older adults. After turning 60, a man's body is like an old clock that has been running steadily for decades. On the outside, it may still appear solid, but inside, the delicate gears have begun to wear down quietly. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, after the age of 60, the level of male hormones decreases by an average of 1 to 2% each year. This means that functions related to male vitality, including prostate health, urinary control, and the sense of energy, also gradually become slower. Not only that, but blood circulation becomes less flexible. Blood vessels lose their elasticity, and the amount of nitric oxide the body produces to help dilate blood vessels drops by up to 50% compared to younger years. That is why things that once happened naturally now become sluggish or completely disappear. Another factor that few people notice is the nerves. The nerve endings in the most sensitive areas of a man's body are intricate, but they are easily affected by chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, or simply the natural aging process. This leads to a feeling of disconnection, no longer sensing things that once felt familiar. Finally, but no less important, is the prostate. This is a small organ that greatly affects male vitality and urinary health. In older men, according to statistics from the American Urological Association, more than 50% of men over the age of 60 experience some level of prostate enlargement, leading to nighttime urination, urination, difficulty urinating, a weak urine stream, and the feeling of incomplete emptying. It can be said that the decline in male vitality after the age of 60 is the result of many combined factors: reduced hormone levels, poor circulation, weakened nerves, and prostate issues. But fortunately, our bodies always have the ability to adjust and recover if we know how to take care of them, gently and scientifically. In a peaceful suburban area of California, United States, there lives a man named David, who is now 67 years old. He used to be a construction engineer, a person who was once very strong and decisive in every decision of his life. However, since turning 60, David gradually began to notice unwanted changes within his body. In the morning, he often felt cold hands, heavy footsteps, and what troubled him the most was the quiet sense that the vitality he once had seemed to be fading away. He still maintained healthy eating habits and took daily walks, yet the familiar sensations of a grown man were no longer as clear as before. David did not easily share this with anyone because there was always a bit of pride and hesitation in his heart. Then one day, during a routine health check, he happened to meet Dr. Mojit Kara, an experienced specialist in elderly male health care. After listening to David's concerns, the doctor simply smiled gently and said that his body had not forgotten how to recover. It was just waiting for the right signal. The doctor shared with him a very simple yet meaningful habit combining pure olive oil with cloves used before bedtime each night. Without needing medication or complicated treatments, just maintaining this routine consistently. After 3 weeks, David suddenly realized that his body felt awakened again. His hands were no longer cold. His mind felt lighter. And, most importantly, he naturally regained a sense of control over his own body. Since then, he has maintained this habit regularly as a quiet way to care for himself each evening. If Mr. David's story has made us curious about that small secret, then to understand it more clearly, you need to know that behind the two familiar ingredients, olive oil and cloves, there is actually a solid scientific foundation, verified by many reputable health organizations around the world. According to the National Institute on Aging and the Urology Journal, pure olive oil is not just an ordinary cooking oil. It is also one of the most valuable sources of healthy fats for the adult body, especially after the age of 60. Pure olive oil is very rich in polyphenols and oleic acid, two compounds that play key roles in protecting blood vessels, supporting circulation, and maintaining natural hormone function. Specifically, polyphenols help the body increase the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that is very important in helping blood vessels expand smoothly. This allows blood to flow smoothly to nourish organs, especially the areas that require strong circulation to maintain vitality in older age. Oleic acid in olive oil is also an essential material for the body to synthesize natural testosterone, contributing to stable hormone balance and maintaining vitality in a gentle and enduring way. At the same time, cloves, though small, contain an impressive amount of medicinal properties. The most notable component in cloves is eugenol. Combined with flavonoids and plant sterols, eugenol is evaluated by scientists as having the ability to support nerve protection and soothe chronic inflammation in the prostate and urinary tract. These are two areas that are easily affected after the age of 60, leading to nighttime urination, weak urine flow, or prolonged discomfort. In addition, the flavonoids in cloves help balance hormone activity naturally, supporting the body in self-regulating without causing disruption, like artificial intervention therapies. The special point is that when combining pure olive oil with cloves, these two ingredients not only enhance each other's effects, but also help the body absorb them optimally thanks to the carrier role of the oil. Olive oil acts like a boatman, helping the valuable active compounds in cloves deeply penetrate the circulatory system, especially showing clear effectiveness when used before bedtime, the time when the body is entering its natural recovery cycle. This is not a miraculous secret or a temporary advertisement. It is a gentle yet scientifically grounded method of caring for male vitality and urinary health in older age, suitable for any man over 60 who wants to live a long and healthy life. The first benefit is supporting blood circulation and nitric oxide. When a man reaches the age of 60, there is a quiet change happening inside his body that not everyone immediately notices. It is the natural decline of a molecule called nitric oxide. This molecule plays a key role in helping blood vessels expand smoothly and circulate efficiently. It is especially important for areas directly related to male vitality and energy in older age. According to data from Harvard Medical School, The level of nitric oxide in men after 60 can decrease by up to 50% compared to younger years. This explains why many gentlemen feel their bodies becoming slower, their vitality gradually fading, and their sense of control and confidence no longer as clear as before. If there are no proper care methods, this situation will only become more noticeable over time. But fortunately, the combination of pure olive oil and cloves has the ability to support blood circulation recovery naturally, without needing complicated interventions. In olive oil, the compounds polyphenol and oleic acid help stimulate blood vessel cells to become active. Again, they enhance the body's ability to produce endogenous nitric oxide while also protecting blood vessels from risks of atherosclerosis or aging-related degeneration. Meanwhile, cloves, with their special eugenol component, contribute to promoting blood vessel expansion by supporting faster and steadier nitric oxide release. When these two ingredients are combined, they create a very gentle yet effective circulatory support system, similar to adding fuel to a machine that is gradually slowing down because of time. Mr. David, whom I shared about earlier, is living proof of this. After just 3 weeks of consistently using the mixture before bedtime, he began to clearly feel the difference. His hands, which used to be cold in the early morning, were now warmer. His face also looked brighter and more energetic. It was not just an external feeling. The most important thing was that his spirit was restored. Once again, he felt a sense of control and mastery over his own body. And this is something that many other gentlemen over the age of 60 have shared as well. They no longer feel as if they are living passively. On the contrary, simply by gently restoring blood circulation each day, they have regained their natural sense of confidence and control. The second benefit is stimulating nerves and natural sensation. After the age of 60, alongside the decline in blood circulation, there is another factor that is equally important. That is the gradual weakening and fading of the nerves responsible for bringing natural sensation and the body's inherent reflexes. Many men often do not realize that this very lack of clear sensation is the quiet reason why they gradually lose connection with themselves. According to information from the American Urological Association, after the age of 60, nerves, especially in sensitive areas, are often affected by the aging process, chronic inflammation, and prolonged oxidative stress. This causes the signal sent from the body to the brain to slow down or even be interrupted, creating a dull, disconnected feeling. I still clearly remember the story of Mr. Charles, 72 years old, a man who came to see me with a very calm appearance, but with a hidden sadness in his eyes. He shared that although his body still had the ability to sense things, in part, he no longer felt it as clearly as before. It was as if the connection strings had become loose somewhere. He said it felt like the cables were blocked, and he felt as though he had lost something very important, causing his spirit to gradually become empty. I advised him to try using the mixture of pure olive oil combined with cloves regularly each evening. And after just 3 weeks, he called me back with an excited voice, saying that he felt as if his body's network had been switched back on. His body seemed to awaken with each signal and each sensation becoming clearer. In cloves, the eugenol compound is notable for its ability to support nerves. Eugenol helps soothe inflammation at nerve endings, helping to restore the body's natural sensitivity. Meanwhile, olive oil, with its rich antioxidants, plays the role of a transporter, bringing those nutrients deep into each nerve cell, stimulating recovery and activity once again. When these two ingredients are combined, it not only simply improves circulation, but also helps older men feel every moment of life more clearly, confidently, and more connected with their own bodies. It is as if each cell and each nerve is awakening together once again. The third benefit is supporting natural hormones and endocrine balance. When talking about male vitality after the age of 60, people often only think about blood circulation or the prostate. Sometimes they forget that hormones are actually the deeper foundation that determines a man's strength and energy. According to data from the National Institute on Aging, testosterone begins to decrease steadily after the age of 55, losing an average of 1 to 2% each year. This gradual loss causes the body to become slower, more tired, lacking in motivation, and the spirit is no longer as it once was. I still clearly remember the image of Mr. Harold, 65 years old, a man who used to work as a financial consultant with a confident and independent appearance. But that day, when he stepped into the clinic, he sat down quietly, his eyes no longer holding the familiar light, and said, "I no longer feel like myself." It was not an illness, just the feeling of missing something very important. After checking his hormone levels, his testosterone was found to have dropped below the optimal range, but he did not want to use medication or replacement therapy because of concerns about side effects. So I shared with him the habit of using a mixture of pure olive oil combined with cloves taken consistently before bedtime each night. It was not a miracle, just a gentle way to supplement from within. Pure olive oil contains a large amount of monounsaturated fats, which are the basic materials the body needs to naturally synthesize testosterone from cholesterol. Along with that, polyphenols help regulate endothelial inflammation factors, which can suppress hormone production. Meanwhile, cloves are rich in flavonoids and plant sterols. These two plant compounds have been proven to help support hormonal balance, allowing the body to maintain long-term stability without causing disruption. After just 3 weeks, Mr. Harold returned with a brighter smile, a stronger voice, and shared that he had regained the true feeling of living, from waking up in the morning with more energy to feeling proactive and calm in daily activities. Most importantly, it was the feeling of naturally and sustainably regaining control over his own body. The fourth benefit is soothing the prostate and improving urinary health. After the age of 60, one of the things that many gentlemen quietly worry about the most is discomfort related to the prostate and urinary system, especially having to wake up multiple times at night to use the bathroom. Experiencing a weak urine stream, an interrupted flow, or the constant feeling of needing to urinate without truly feeling relief. According to statistics from the American Urological Association, more than 50% of men over 60 experience prostate enlargement at mild to moderate levels. This not only affects physical health, but also reduces sleep quality, overall mental well-being, and vitality. I still clearly remember the image of Mr. Bill, 70 years old, a man who once served as a firefighter with a strong and solid figure. But the day he came to see me, he could not hide his tired expression as he shared that what bothered him the most was not anything major, but having to wake up 3 times every night to use the bathroom. It caused his sleep to be constantly interrupted, making him feel exhausted in the morning with a foggy mind. I guided him to adopt the habit of using pure olive oil combined with cloves before bedtime. In cloves, there is beta-sitosterol, a well-known plant compound that supports reducing prostate enlargement, helps relax the smooth muscles in the urethra area, and reduces inflammation in the prostate. Meanwhile, olive oil, with its polyphenols and oleocanthal, acts as a natural protective layer against deep internal inflammation. As a result, after about 4 weeks, Mr. Bill came back to see me with a cheerful look in his eyes. He said that now he only wakes up once each night, and after going to the bathroom, he can fall back asleep right away without tossing and turning like before. Most importantly, he felt more energetic and confident because he no longer had to worry about such a small but troubling issue. When the prostate is stable, the body feels lighter, as if removing a long-standing burden from both the mind and the body. Throughout my time working with many gentlemen over the age of 60, I have realized that it is not only about choosing the right ingredients, it is also important to pay attention to the timing in order for the mixture of olive oil and cloves to deliver its optimal effect according to recommendations from the National Institute on Aging. The ideal time to use it is about 1 hour before bedtime. That is because this is when the body enters a deep rest state. Natural hormone production, blood vessel recovery, and prostate soothing processes become more active at night. When the stomach is no longer busy with digesting food, the nutrients from olive oil and cloves are more easily absorbed, moving directly into the circulatory system and tissues without interruption. I still clearly remember the story of Mr. Raymond, 69 years old. He had been using this mixture, but not at a fixed time. So the results were not very noticeable. It was not until I guided him to take it consistently in the evening about 1 hour before sleep that after 3 weeks, he happily called back to share that he was sleeping more deeply. He felt more alert in the morning and mentally refreshed, as if he had been revived after many years. For the mixture of pure olive oil and cloves to work as intended, it is important to follow the correct method from dosage to preparation and timing. According to the experience of elderly health specialists at the American Urological Association, the recommended formula is to use 1 teaspoon of pure olive oil combined with 3 to 5 drops of clove extract each time. If clove extract is not available, you can use 1 to 2 crushed clove buds mixed into a glass of warm water. About 100 milliliters. Stir gently to blend evenly and drink slowly about 1 hour before bedtime. It is essential not to exceed the recommended amount, even though olive oil is gentle. Consuming too much at once may cause bloating or indigestion. Cloves, with their warming properties, also need to be used in the right amount to deliver benefits without causing discomfort to the stomach. In addition, it is best to follow a cycle, 2 weeks of continuous use. Then 1 week of rest. This allows the body time to naturally adjust and balance according to its biological rhythm, ensuring long-lasting and sustainable effectiveness. I always remind gentlemen that taking care of health in older age requires a gentle, patient, and consistent approach. Like tending to a garden, you cannot rush and expect immediate results in just a day or two. Looking back on everything we have shared today, perhaps you can already feel that with just 2 familiar ingredients, pure olive oil and cloves, when used properly at the right time before bedtime, they can bring very clear benefits for male vitality and urinary health in men over 60. From supporting blood circulation, restoring natural sensation, helping balance hormones, to soothing the prostate and reducing nighttime urination. All of these come from a simple yet scientifically grounded and sustainable habit. The important point is not about seeking something too big or complicated. It is about being patient and gentle each day, caring for your body like tending to a small garden. Each night, before going to bed, just take a moment to prepare a small glass of the olive oil and clove mixture as a way to send a loving signal to your body that it is time to recover. rebuild, and regain its natural balance. Over time, these changes will gradually appear, from deeper sleep and a brighter spirit to feeling more proactive and confident when facing life. There is no need for grand solutions. Just one small step each day is enough to help your body become healthier and more at ease. If you find today's content helpful, please click to subscribe to the channel so we can continue to accompany you in future videos about nutrition. Herbal remedies and gentle exercises suitable for older adults. Do not forget to leave a comment sharing your country and age or your own experiences if you have ever applied a similar method for male vitality and urinary health in older age. We always listen to and value each and every one of your stories.